Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Poem Master video, and today let's go over Phoebe's expanded synchron. And sorry, I'm using like a new synchron planner website because the other one doesn't have like the level 130 stats yet. And this one, the layout is kinda in my opinion. I do like the layout of the other one better, but this one, you could clearly sort of see the all the description, all that stuff on the side, which is nice, I guess. But again, it is a bit hard to see. The words are kind of all squished together. But bear with me, and hopefully we'll have level 130 updates on the other synchron planner soon. So Phoebe and Dusknoir. I've seen a lot of people say that her grid was bad online before I checked it out, and after I actually went over it, and I don't think it's fantastic by any means, right? But I don't think it's bad because it actually does have one thing that I really like, and something that I've personally been asking for a while, because I really wanted a sync pair that is a relatively decent tank to have damage redirection, because a lot of like the damage redirection units that we have in the game, stuff like Marlin or Acerola, right? They don't exactly have the best defenses. Like Acerola's not like terrible, and Marlin's not like terrible either. But like Phoebe is next level in terms of like tankiness, right? Just raw tankiness. Phoebe is great, right? And she does get that, which I definitely do like. And there's some other things that are actually decent as well. And again, we'll go over it. But yeah, just for those who don't know what Phoebe does, all this stuff, let's just quickly go over Phoebe's regular kit, right? So let's move up to level 130, right? So at level 130, Phoebe has some really nice defensive stats, like 252 on defense and 256 on special defense. Oh, this is nice. It actually shows you, it highlights the stat nodes when you go over them. Actually, you know what? Let me know in the comments down below if you guys actually prefer this synchron website over the other one. But again, it is slightly hard to see the grid. I wish the grid was, they made the grids larger, right? But anyways, again, let me know if you guys prefer me using this website or the other one, right? So anyways, so for the stat nodes, not the stat nodes, for the stats, right? Really great defenses. Ish attack, but I mean, it's a support, right? And then okay-ish HP, honestly, right? It's not, I think crazy, but it's also not bad either. And then speed is not good. Phoebe, unfortunately, is really slow, and Phoebe, unfortunately, does not have any one-gauge moves, right? However, she does give gauge, right, on her trainer move, although you can only use it twice. But you do give gauge, which does help. She also has vigilance, so she can't get critted, right? So that's honestly kind of huge for tanks, right? So that's really nice. You don't have vigilance naturally on too many tanks. You generally have to like roll lucky skills on it. But stuff like Dawn, Phoebe, they already have vigilance on their passives, so that's really nice, right? So you could sometimes go for some other lucky skills, either one of the elemental or the type guards, right? Usually normal guard, right? That's usually the one that people go for the most, or something like a defense crush, especially if you're running her with physical units, which you generally will be because Phoebe is a physical support, right? So that's nice. And also going over the moves, that Shadow Punch, 2-gauge move, whatever, right? Direhead All Plus, which is, again, that's a premium move, right? There's only 2 units in the whole game that has Direhead All Plus. You got Double Edge, and the other one's not even out yet. You have Double Edge, which does do recoil damage, unfortunately. And then you have Unbreakable Bonds, which lower the HP is, more increases the move gauge and attack stats of all allied sync pairs. And then your sync move doesn't really do anything. So from the grid over here, right? Also, does it not? I don't know why. Where's Pass It On? It should have Pass It on the passives. Where does it show all the passives? I don't even know. Anyways, whatever. No one plays co-op anyways. So going over the grid. Again, you do have some really, really great stuff that I like. Like I mentioned before, you do have Unbreakable Bonds, Inspire Ire, makes the opponent, target the user for a short time. So this could make your main tank, give it some time to heal up, right? If it is relatively low on HP or whatever. Whether it be something like just mainly the ones with regen, right? Stuff like, I guess, Lily Bee or Comfy, Mega Venusaur. Does not have to be Mega, it could be regular Venusaur. Basically Venusaur, not the egg ones. What else? A Starmie, right? Some of these, or Charon, these regen tanks you like, or Glalie, I guess, to heal back. Maybe not Glalie, because Glalie is not that great defensively outside of Hail, either. And you kind of, if that was the case, you probably tank with. Actually, I don't know. You probably might tank with Phoebe and or not Phoebe, Glalie and Hail. But anyways, you get my point. To let your other tanks either give them some room to heal up a bit more, or if it's at the end of the battle, maybe clutch out some tanks if your other support is very, very useful, right? I mean, they're all useful since they're all going to give you sync move countdown, right? But yeah, stuff like that to make it more valuable, right? If you're not running her as a main tank, and you can run her as a main tank, I guess, because again, really, really great defensive stats and all. She just doesn't really have anything that helps her regen, so you kind of, like, if you are gonna run her as a main tank, you do definitely need another healer on your team, right? And it doesn't have to be like another support healer. There's many healers that are attack, which are fantastic, and there's also strikers that could give you heals, right? Stuff like Hilda, Lance, give you a potion or two, right? I love the Lances, so those generally work. Although, not sure if you'd run Phoebe with Lance, though. Maybe with Hilda, you could definitely run it with Hilda. I don't know about Lance. Although, if you're running Hilda, I think Sabrina might be better. Anyways, whatever. You get my point. You definitely need someone else to heal up Phoebe to keep her alive. Because again, tanks. Well, you just need potions in general, right? Pikachu's a good one. You just need potion uses in general in almost like any kind of team, unless you're just fighting something relatively easy, right? So yeah, there's that. Anyways, as for the rest of the grid, there's some other nice stuff as well. You got Team Toughen Up. That's a 50% chance of raising the defense by 1 for your whole team when hit by an attack move. So it's basically X defense all, but 50% chance of activating. Plus you don't have to, spend MP on it, right? So it's free, so it would be nice for, say, Battle Villa, where you're kind of restricted on MP and all that stuff, right? Or just if you're not running like another X defense all sync pair on your team. And got stuff like Shadow Punch Critical Fortification, which is also nice. 70% chance of raising your defense when you crit, and you will be critting because you have, again, Dire Hit All Plus, right? So that's nice. And you do have 2 move gauge refresh 3s on Shadow Punch, which is honestly a godsend for Phoebe just because of her absolutely atrocious speed, right? So hopefully some of those proc decently often. Natural Remedy is always good for any kind of tank because you don't want to get status, especially if it's something like a burn or poison, badly poison, right? Yeah, that's gonna screw with you because that damage goes through your defenses, right? It ignores your defenses, it goes straight at your HP percentage, right? Which you don't want that to happen. Also, paralysis would be pretty bad for Phoebe as well because you're already pretty slow, right? Freeze is kind of whatever though. I mean, freeze you miss out on turns, but it's just, I don't know. It's still bad, but it's not, in my opinion, not as bad as the other 3. So let's see what else. I guess that's like most. I guess like there's On the Ropes 3 and a pinch. Reduce physical damage by 30%. It's okay. It's not anything crazy though. But yeah, it has some good stuff on the grid, right? I won't say it's terrible, but again, it's not like fantastic either because usually on your tank you would maybe hope for some HP regen or whatever, right? Which would have been nice. But yeah, her grid is just okay. It's just okay. It's solid. You get some decent stuff. But it's nothing game changing, unfortunately. You have some other nodes like Sync Emergency, powers up sync moves in the pinch. Don't really care, honestly. It's our own sync move, by the way. It should be our own sync move. It shouldn't be for your team or anyone else on your team because it's basically worded like power reserve, right? So it should probably just be for yourself. Unbreakable Bonds, unfortunately, they gave her MP Refresh 2. There's a lot of MP Refresh 2s in this batch of Datamined Sing pairs, right? Unbreakable Bonds gets MP Refresh 2. Direhead All Plus gets MP Refresh 2, unfortunately. Then you got some double edge stuff. 2 Standfast 3s and Power Reserve 3. Spoiler alert, you will not be using Phoebe to do damage. Okay, you won't be using Phoebe to do damage. She's not there to do damage, right? She's there to buff your physical attack, to buff your crit, and to maybe take some hits. But yeah, that's Phoebe's grid, I guess. It's not, again, I don't think it's absolutely terrible, because you do have some good stuff here, but you also don't have anything like just, super game-changing or whatever to really make it like anything like next level, right? So anyways, that's maybe this one. I guess hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.